say, when all of this started, there were Russians and Americans and me. Well, as all of this was progressing, the Russians slowly drifted to the side and sat down. The 3 or 4 Americans and me, we were at it constant. We never gave up. But I could see what was happening. They thought this was a whole load of nonsense. And they didn't want any part of it. And what was Agnes de Mille doing here? And one time, I said, Agnes, you know, does this ballet have a story? Oh, yes, she said, it does. Well, I said, well, you know, tell me. So she proceeded to tell about the champion roper and the head wrangler and this very pretty girl and the people in the village and the men on horses. She said, well, you're the champion roper. You do this and you ride horses. You do all of this sort of thing. And I said, and there's the head wrangler. Oh, yes. And there was a silence, and she said, well, she said, you see, I liked you, but I'd fallen in love with the head wrangler. And I said, Agnes, continue. And she said, well, you see, that's how it'll be at the end. And I said, Agnes, in that case, I'm not in your ballet. She said, what? I said, here am I doing all of this, rehearsing, I'm writing, I'm doing all of this, and he really gets you at the end? I said, not for me. We didn't see each other for 3 or 4 days. I went to the rehearsal thinking, well, this was going to be it. She said, Freddie, may we talk? And I said, of course, Agnes. She said, I've changed my mind. And I said, look, Agnes, I don't want to make any noises here about, you have an idea, do it, whatever you want. She said, no, you've made me think about this completely differently. And I said, oh. She said, I've got a wonderful end. I said, oh. She said, you'll see when we get there. So I didn't know, but she said, there's one thing. We do finish up together. But she said, you know, I never really thought it through. I said, well, Agnes, I don't know. I hope it's what you, she said, no question in my mind. And she said, it should have been that way in the beginning. I said, now you're being kind. She said, I'm not the kind person that you think I am. I said, no, no. And out of it all came this ending of Rodeo.